Hello, I'm Nina and welcome to today's Pilates class, which is ideal for beginners and also inflexible people like me. Today's class is taking place in the beautiful National Snowdonia Park in Wales, and just behind us over there is Mount Snowdon. Let's begin today's class by breathing in and out through our mouth and our nose. So let's place our hands on the lower part of our rib cage and let's breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Breathe in through our nose and feel your rib cage expand into your hands, and breathe out through your mouth and feel your rib cage contract. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's now roll down onto our side, placing our forearm on the mat, our shoulder aligned with our elbow. Our knees are bent to give us some stability, and we need to engage our core by gently pulling in our belly button. Push our hips slightly forward so that our shoulders and hips are aligned. Place our hand on the mat to give us some stability. And let's lift the top leg, point the toes, and let's lift and then flex the foot and take the leg down. So point the toes and lift, flex the leg and down. So point the toes and lift, flex the foot and down. So point and lift, flex and down, point and lift, flex and down. Let's do two more. So flex and down and point and lift and flex and down. Let's raise our leg to hip height. Lengthen through your body by pushing your top hip away from you so that you lift your core off the mat. And let's do some Pilates leg kicks. Put your hand in front of you to give you some stability, and let's flex the foot, take the leg forward. If you can get it to 90 degrees, that's great. That's as far as mine will go comfortably. Then point the toes and take the leg back. Don't take the leg back too far that you arch through your back. Keep the nice straight position through your body where your hips and your shoulders are aligned. So let's flex forward and point back. Flex forward and point back. Flex forward, point back. Let's do 4 more. Let's do 3 more. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Let's now take our top leg back to the mat. Push up and let's change sides. So place your forearm down on the mat. The elbow and the shoulder are aligned. Knees are bent and stacked on top of each other. Push your hips forward so that your shoulders and your hips are aligned. And let's lift the leg. Feel lengthening through your leg as if somebody's gently pulling on your toes. And let's point up and flex down. So point and lift the leg up, flex the foot and down. So point up, flex down, point up, flex down. Let's do 4 more. Flex down, point up and flex down. Let's do 2 more. And last one, point up and flex the foot down. Let's now lift the leg to hip height. Push your hip away from you to lengthen down through your body as if somebody's gently pulling on your leg. And let's take the leg, flex the foot, take the leg forward, point the toes, take the leg back, flex the foot, take the leg forward, point the toes, flex the foot back, flex the foot, take the leg forward, point, take the foot back, flex and forward, point and back, flex and forward, point and back, flex and forward, point and back, and last one, flex forward and point and back. Return the leg down to the mat and let's roll over onto our tummies and do some Pilates leg kicks. So your shoulders are aligned with your elbows, your forearms are resting on the mat. Look towards the top of your mat or the top of your fingers to prevent any neck strain. Legs are hip distance apart. Gently push your thighs into the mat to give you some stability. Engage your core to protect your lower back, so gently pull in your belly button. And when we are ready, let's lift our right leg up towards our bum and kick and down. Lift our left leg, kick and down. Right leg, kick and down. Left leg, kick and down. Right leg, kick and down. Left leg, kick and down. Right leg, kick and down. Left leg, kick and down. One more on each side, right leg and left leg. Let's now do some Pilates swimming. So place your forehead on the mat. Your legs are hip distance apart. Engage your core to protect your lower back. So lift the right leg and down. Lift the left leg and down. Lift the right leg and down. Lift the left leg and down. Lift the right leg and down. And lift the left leg and down. One more on each side, so the right leg and then the left leg and down. Now lengthen your arms above your head and let's lift your right arm and down. Lift your left arm and down. Lift your right arm and down. And lift your left arm and down. Lift your right arm and down. And lift your left arm and down. Now let's combine both the leg and the arm movements. So lift your left leg and right arm and down. Now lift your right leg and left arm and down. Lift your left leg and right arm and down. And last one, right leg and left arm and down. Now let's speed up the movement. So lift your head off the mat and look down towards your mat. Lift both legs off the mat and then lift both arms in the air. Now let's lift the left leg and right arm and change 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 and change. Now lift both arms and legs in the air and slowly return your head, legs and arms down to the mat. Now let's do some Pilates swimming. Lift your head, both legs and arms off the mat and lift the left leg and then the right arm and let's change, 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 change. Lift both legs and arms in the air and then let's slowly return our head, arms and legs back down to the mat. Now let's push up back into a child's pose. Take your knees as wide as you need and push your bum back onto your heels. And let's just stretch out our back and let's hold for 4, 3, 2 and 1. From this position, let's go onto all fours. So your knees are aligned with your hips. Your shoulder, elbow and wrist are all aligned. Gently engage your core by pulling in your belly button. And when we are ready, let's take the right arm up towards our ear and down. Take our left arm up towards our ear and down. Take our right arm up and then down. Take our left arm up and then down. One more on each side. Take our right arm up and then down, and left arm up and then down. Let's move on to the legs, but before we do that, let's just check our spine is in the neutral position where our back is nice and straight and our core is engaged by pulling in our belly button. So now let's push the right leg out, back, left leg out, and then back, right leg out, back, left leg out, and then back, and one more on each side, right leg out, back, and left leg out, and then back. This time let's take the right leg out, let's flex the foot, and let's lift, and 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 lift. Return the right leg to the mat, take the left leg out, flex the foot, and let's lift, and 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 lift. Bring the left leg down to the mat. Just double check that you're not pushing your weight too far forward, which will make your wrists hurt, particularly as beginners when we haven't got strength in the wrists. So this time let's push the right leg out, point the toes, lift the leg, lift the left arm up, and let's take both down and up. So down and up, down and up, and down and up. Let's do 4 more. Let's do 3 more. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Return and the leg down to the mat. Let's take the left leg out. Lift the right arm up. Lift the left leg up. And let's take down and up. 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 2 more. Down and up. And last one. Down and up. Bring both leg and arm to the mat. And now let's turn over onto our backs. So lie down on the back of your mat and let's lift our right leg up to tabletop where the knee is aligned with the hip and the leg is bent. Place your arms by the side of you and let's do some toe taps. So take the foot down to the mat and back up. So go down and up. So down and up. Down and up. Let's do 4 more. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the right leg in towards your chest, give it a quick squeeze and place the foot back on the mat. Lift the left leg to tabletop where the knee is aligned with the hip and the leg is bent, and let's tap the toe and back up. Let's tap and back up. So let's tap and back up. Let's tap and back up. Let's do 4 more. Let's do 3 more. Let's do 2 more. and last one. Bring your left leg in towards your chest and give it a quick squeeze, and then place the leg back on the mat. Let's now lift the right leg to tabletop and then straighten the leg, and then return back to tabletop. Place the foot on the mat. Lift the left leg to tabletop. Let's straighten the leg. Bring the leg back to tabletop. Place the foot on the mat. Lift the right leg to tabletop. Straighten the leg. Return to tabletop. Foot back on the mat. Left leg to tabletop. Straighten the leg. Return back to tabletop. Place the foot on the mat. Right leg to tabletop. Straighten the leg. Return back to tabletop. Place the foot on the mat. And left leg to tabletop. Straighten the leg. Return back to tabletop. Place the foot back on the mat. Place both our arms in the air, palms facing each other, slight bend in the elbow. Take the right arm behind the head and return to centre. Left arm towards our head, return to centre. Right arm and then return to centre. Left arm and then return to centre. Right arm, return to centre, and left arm, return to centre. Let's now combine the arms and the legs. So lift the right leg to tabletop, straighten the leg, the left arm overhead, and then return to centre. Lift the left leg to tabletop, straighten the leg, take the right arm behind your head, and then return to centre. Lift the right leg to tabletop, straighten the leg, take the left arm behind your head, and then return to centre. Lift your left leg to tabletop, straighten the leg, take the right arm behind your head, and then return to centre. Lift your right leg to tabletop, straighten the leg, take the left arm behind your head, and then return to centre. Take the left leg to tabletop, straighten the leg, take the right arm behind your head, and then return to centre. Let's now do a shoulder bridge. So shuffle your knees in towards your bum. Legs are hip distance apart. Your shoulders are down and back. Place your hands down beside you. And when we are ready, let's push through our heels, squeeze our glutes, tilt our pelvis up so we imprint our lower spine into the mat, and then keep pushing up so we lift our lower back off the mat, our mid back and our upper back off the mat, and we lift our hips into alignment with our knees and our shoulders. So there's a straight line running from our knees, hips and shoulders. Now we're in this position, let's raise our arms in the air, take our arms down above our head and then all the way down to our hips. So take the arms above our head and then all the way down to our hips. Keep squeezing your glutes and pushing your hips up. So above our head and then down to our hips. Above our head and then down to our hips. Above our head and then down to our hips. Two more. Above our head and then down to our hips. Let's raise our arms in the air and let's take our right heel off the mat and then return. Take our left heel and then return. So right heel and return. Left heel and return. Right heel and return. Left heel and return. One more on each side. Right heel and return, and left heel and return. This time take both heels up and down. So up and down, up and down, up and down. Four more. So up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's place our arms above our head. Squeeze your glutes to push your hips up, and let's take our hips down and up. So down and up. So down and up and down and up. Let's do 4 more. Let's do 3 more. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Let's now scissor our arms for 8, 7, keep squeezing your glutes, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the last move of the class, let's just pulse those hips, so a gentle small movement for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place your hands down beside you and slowly return your back to the mat. Upper back first, followed by mid back and lower back, and then relax your pelvis back to the neutral position. Let's now roll over onto our side and push up back to the seated position that we started today's class in. So thank you for joining me for this 20-minute Pilates class from the National Snowdonia Park. As you can see, the weather's changed here, but it's still beautiful. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.